Hi, We the Kings. This is Amanda, and pardon my throat. I'm going to apologize up front. I just had my tonsils taken out a week ago. So, this is my video entry for the All Again for You video treatment contest. I hope you guys haven't picked a winner yet. I didn't know exactly what you meant by make a video of what you wanted because I feel like even though it's my idea, I still want you guys to have your own vision of what you see. So I'm just going to read you what I wrote, how I wrote it. Start the camera shot out wide on a house near some water, or like the beach, obviously with palm trees. It should be about the middle of the night, completely pitch black dark. Only thing that's lighting up the scene at all is a few street lamps. And there's going to be a house with a window on the second floor, not directly dead center on the house, but a little bit off to the right. And as the intro is progressing for the first 12 seconds, the camera is going to zoom in through the window and make its way into this boy's room. And he's going to be our main character. And the boy is going to be laying on his bed, on his back, with his hands behind his head like this. Kind of like symbolizing that he's daydreaming and then he's looking off into the distance. And when the lyrics begin and Travis starts to sing, he should turn and look over his shoulder, kind of out the window, and this would be where the camera would be looking over him while he's looking out underneath the camera. And when they cross, they could continue past each other, and the camera's going to keep going and keep zooming in. And as the camera keeps zooming in, it's going to kind of fade out. And as it fades out, it's going to show him walking on the beach alone. And this is during also while all the singing's happening. And as he walks across the beach alone, they're going to show him walk past a band playing kind of like a beach concert thing. So it's not exactly that late at night. It's probably about, midnight, 1 in the morning, basic beach party time. And it'll be obviously you guys, We the Kings, playing your song. And it's like it's like a tiki torch kind of dance party thing that's happening on the beach. And there's like a lot of people there. And as he approaches the party, you can kind of see We the Kings off in the distance, and he stops. And this is exactly during the part where he talks about them running off and taking their clothes off and going into the pool and getting caught by the cops. This is during that part because it says the band stops walking and sees ghost images of him and his ex-girlfriend. And they're all cute and they're happy together and they're in love. And they run away from this party that's actually happening. He envisions him and his ex-girlfriend running away from the party and being all secretive and cute, and they're taking their clothes off to show that they have bathing suits on, and then they're going to run up to a gate that says no trespassing, and you're going to be able to see that there's a pool behind it. And as they run up to the gate, they disappear. And then just as fast as they disappear, they're going to reappear running away from the gate with their clothes soaking wet. They're completely wet, their clothes are wet, everything's wet. And there's going to be some lights in the back flashing, showing that the cops caught them doing what they weren't supposed to be doing, and the cops chased us again part. After the lights flash and the ghostly figures dissipate for the second time, we then show our main character as he walks off down the beach past this party. As he walks past the party and continues off into the distance for the first time, the camera's going to swoop up and come up off of him in the distance and come up and back. And when they come up and back, that's when they're going to zoom in on the band and they're going to play the first chorus. You'll play the first chorus all the way through until they get to I'm Crushed Black and Blue. And when they get to I'm Crushed Black and Blue, that's when you go back to our main character again, and they're going to show him standing on a pier, kind of like a pier that would lead up to a beachside theme park, or like something with a Ferris wheel and things like that. And there's going to be big ocean waves crashing on the side of this pier. And we'll show the main character standing leaned up against the railing as the waves crash. He then turns to start walking home for the first time. This is when he realizes, I just need to go back home and go to bed. He he will turn around, and this is when he will look out into the theme park, because this would be this is where the beachside theme park would be, and it'll show him and his ex-girlfriend in a ghostly type figure again, and they're at a ticket booth, and he's getting tickets for a ride, and it's going to be the bumper cars, and this is going to be the symbolism for the strapped in, gave the best of me to give the best of you whole thing in the song. Sorry. He teases her about the tickets and says, these are yours. And she's all cute and kisses him and grabs him by the arm and his sleeve and tugs him away, and they go and get in the bumper cars and ride around, and the camera will start to zoom up at this point. And they'll give that part where it'll be on When You Were Mine, and when it zooms up on When You Were Mine, it'll give that when you were mine, because you're not anymore, that sense of loss and that being pulled away feeling. From this point, the camera then pans back off the couple in the bumper cars and sends the cameras flying through the trees to the band back at the party. And they'll be playing the chorus for the second time. This is the second chorus. They play through the second chorus, and then they show the main character again. He's walking, and they show him. He's basically crushed. He's so depressed, and he just is completely fed up and done with the evening. He just wants to go back, and he's over it. And this is when the sky will break open, and it begins to pour when it says, I'm in the ocean rain, rough and ready for your deadly game. While it's pouring, it's pouring on the band, it's pouring on him, everything's getting wet, everybody's getting soaked in the rain. Dan's drum should be being hit, and the water should be spraying. Hunter and Drew should be, jumping up and down with their hair, and with the water going everywhere, Travis should be jumping up and down, singing, just dripping, soaking wet, showing like everybody's wet. Then when it gets to your deadly game, at this point they're going to show him, and he has seen his ex-girlfriend running away from that beach party, because it's obviously stopping because it's pouring. She's running away from that beach party for real this time with a different guy. And they lock eyes, they have their moment, they see each other, and they're like, oh my goodness. They freeze up. And he's like, looking at her, and she's looking at him. And during this moment, when they see each other again, it should be the fastest montage ever, going through what would be his head of all these memories of them being together and happy, and what it was like when they were together, because that's what the whole song's about, doing it again for you when they were together. And at the end of the memory montage, there should be a kiss, and the kiss should take place right at I Couldn't Get Enough. There should be a slow motion like moment where they lock up, and it's really, really, really fast. Boom, 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 kiss, bam, and it like freezes and slows down. And during the kiss, it like is I couldn't get enough. And during that moment, it's kind of like right at that moment when they kiss, in his head, he realizes, this isn't real anymore, and it goes back to the beach with him standing there opposite his ex-girlfriend and his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend. And at this point, she just looks away from him, and the moment's broken, it's over. She just looks down, turns around, grabs her new boyfriend's hand, and they continue to run away during the rain. And at this point, he just stands there and is completely crushed again, and turns around, and this is when the sky should get a little bit lighter and opens up and reveals a sunrise. And it's saying, kind of like, life's going to get okay, life's going to be better. But the sun rises, and he walks off back along the beach and walks back up the path where he originally came. And that's during the slow outro. But I hope that this is what you were looking for. I hope this is enough for you guys to consider my idea. If not, thanks anyways for the opportunity, and I hope to hear from you guys soon.